My family and I had gone to Hawaii, and we love Hawaii. And the new Hawaii Five-0 show was just being filmed and coming out that year. So we wanted to tune into Hawaii Five-0, mainly for the scenery. We actually got hooked on the show, and it's a great show. And as I was sitting there watching, week after week, I was a big fan of NCIS and Jethro Leroy Gibbs, and I thought to myself, wow. The characteristics and the leadership between Steve McGarrett and Leroy Gibbs would make a great blog. I was writing a leadership blog about that time, and so I thought, wow, wouldn't this be a great blog for the fall season opener? And as I wrote it, it was fun. It was fun to write, and I got feedback from individuals who read the blog, and it was fun for them to read. And so I think that's probably was the seed to say, hey, why not use TV characters to characterize what great looks like or what a wow leader looks like, and on the reverse to say what does not so great look like, or what I call the dud leader. A dud leader, as you might imagine, is the antithesis of a wow leader. The dud leader is that one that you may be saying to yourself, God, they're a bad boss, or they just don't get it. Some of those characteristics are they're narcissistic, they're manipulative, they can be bullies. I've seen bullying in the workplace. They're clearly the ones that are all about themselves. If the fire alarm went off, they'd be the first ones to run out the door, as opposed to making sure the team gets out the door. So those are some of the characteristics. They don't care about their individuals and the individual's goals first. Again, they care about themselves. I think the obvious one that everybody has fun with is, of course, Michael Scott, from The Office. I always had a direct report tell me about The Office, and I never saw the show until I started writing the book. And, yeah, clearly an HR nightmare, for Michael Scott from an Office standpoint. But, beyond that obvious one, I think that there are some others like Gregory House, from House. Smart guy. Everybody would look at that and go, how is that a dud leader? He's smart. Well, smart doesn't equal great leadership. He is all about himself. He is, in some ways bullies his team. So again, smart doesn't equal great leadership. And even Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob, he's another dud leader from a SpongeBob standpoint if you take it to the cartoon world. So I think those are some of the ones that I bring about in the book, and I think many people have got some of their TV shows that they look at and go, wow, that's one that is a dud leader or somebody that you love to hate. I love to mentor people. To me, it is give back. It is helping people not have some of the challenges that I had in my 30 plus years in the business world. So if I can help somebody achieve their goals and it be less stressful or less traumatic, I want to do that. I think the other piece on mentoring that most people forget about or don't realize is that when you're mentoring, I'm learning too. They're teaching me as much as I'm teaching them. And being on the tail end of being a baby boomer, I'm mentoring a lot of millennials, and I get that perspective on how to communicate with millennials, how to impact them, how to be a better leader for those generations. So I love mentoring people because in a lot of ways, they're mentoring me as well.